Welcome to the Bums Corner Coast to Coast podcast. The views and opinions expressed in this show are those of the hosts and are not those of Bums Corner Media Enterprises. This program contains strong language. Listener discretion is advised. Listen at your own risk. God, I hate this
gig. Yeah. Dig it.
We're entering the other world.
Art Bell. So,
prepare yourselves accordingly.
So here we are, episode 53 we're on now. And
yay.
That intro music was put together by Tim Stith, my brother's brother-in-law. Again, so I don't know what that is to me, but I ran into him last night, ironically. So we went to go see Kraftwerk. Yeah. And we were outside Kemba Live, which used to be the LC, I think, when you were here. Or it may have been a different name. So,
yeah, well, it wasn't there for the LC.
Okay, way back when. But anyways, it holds 2,200 people, right? So we're all in line outside in a big line. Yeah. And not 10 people behind me is Tim. So he comes up, he's like, hey, just wanted to say hi. And, Andy said I should stop by if I saw you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. And he also happened to know the guy in front of us. And then he just disappeared again to go back. Yeah, so it was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. Right on.
Yeah, so small world category.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Yeah, but yes, absolutely. He lets us use that music for free. He basically just opened up his Bandcamp to us and said, take whatever you want. So the intro and outro are all thanks to Tim.
That's very cool. Tim, what does he play out? Does he do stuff? Can we promote him somehow?
He and my brother are in a band called Sniffing Kittens, and they don't play out. They just get together and rehearse for years now.
Mm-hmm.
So
good. Yes, that's
yeah. So I don't know, maybe someday. But if you look up Tim Stith on Bandcamp, check out some of his stuff and throw him some coin because the guy's pretty good at what he does.
Right on. I'll say I like the several things because early on when we were first thinking about doing some theme music, you presented a bunch of his stuff. I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, that's all pretty good,
right? But shit, speaking of concerts, man, you went to a banger recently, did you? Oh my god!
Holy crap!
So what was the name of that? Cruel World. Okay, yes.
The Cruel World Festival in Pasadena. Now this is the one they do in the springish time. They do another one that's similar in the fall-ish time, and that's in Huntington Beach, and that's called Darker Waves. Darker Waves, I think, is newer. This one is new. It's only this was the third time they've done this festival.
Okay. So is it the same lineup in the fall and spring, or completely different?
There's some crossovers, and there's some crossovers from years prior of Cruel World. Like Adam Ant has played all 3 years. I think Blondie played the first year, and she's back this year. Daniel Ash. Let's see. Love and Rockets played at Darker Waves, and he played with Tones on Tail at Cruel World.
That's so fucking
cool. But he's in some way, shape, or form in one of his bands, Daniel Ash has been part of. Bauhaus played, I think, the first Cruel World.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
Right. And we only just now found out about this thing,
right?
Well, just now, we heard about Darker Waves,
right?
Like the week before it happened, so the tickets were just not going to happen. But Tears for Fears, Devo. I think Adam Ant played that one too. I mean, there's a whole slew of Bauhaus. Yeah, we're at Darker Waves, and then we're like, okay, the radar was actively pinging for shit like this, and so we caught a whiff early of Cruel World. We're like, yep, we're going.
Right.
Who's playing? And then Duran Duran was the headline. And so Sarah was like, oh, definitely. It's been on my bucket list. I'm like, we saw them perform at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. When that was televised, we're like, damn, they still got it. Okay, yeah. If they tour, we got to go see them. And several months ago, they played down the road at one of the casinos, and they were like asking like $600 a ticket.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
No.
Like, we went and saw Depeche Mode and stayed the night for less than it would have taken us, or, less than it would cost us to go see Duran Duran, and drive there and come back.
That's crazy. So was it like one stage or multiple stages? How's this laid out?
They had 3 stages. The main stage was called the Outsider stage. The medium stage was the Sad Girls stage.
I dig.
The small stage was Lost Boys.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah. And so, it was all staggered. And unfortunately, it wasn't staggered in my favor throughout. Like we had to leave Adam Ant early to catch Simple Minds.
Right.
Not upset about that at all. Simple Minds.
Yeah.
Holy crap, man. That
still got
was
it,
like,
huh?
Oh my God, they were fantastic. They haven't toured outside like Great Britain in years. He was saying that it's been about 7 years since they've been to the States.
Wow.
And he's like,
that is so cool.
And like when they finished up, they're like, all right, hey, we'll see you next year. We're coming back. We're doing this again.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it was so cool because we kind of we bailed out of Adam Ant and kind of so we can get kind of close. And every so often I'd turn around and look back, and just the crowd just filled in and filled in and filled in, and just grew and grew. And
that's so cool.
There was just like so much love from the stage. Like I think he was gobsmacked. He was just like, I can't believe it. Like, wow, all these people are here for us.
Right. That is awesome.
And I kind of felt bad a little bit for Adam Ant because it's like up 5 minutes, and then like you could just see everybody like throngs of people turn and walk away to go to Simple Minds. But dude, I mean, come on. The 80s Gen X theme song is "Don't You Forget About Me." I mean, they were the Breakfast Club. That kind of didn't define our generation. It held a mirror up to it. And
absolutely.
That song sort of became our anthem. And but beyond that, so many great songs.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's so cool. Yeah. I see little, not quite the size of that, obviously, but there's little packages of bands from that era that pop up every once in a while. So it's out there. I think the one that's floating around.
Phenomenal. Yeah. No, I was going to say, we showed up. There were some bands we didn't know early on, and the Motels they were the first band we went and saw.
Okay, that'd be cool.
She sounds spot on like she did.
They pop up here once in a while at our casino for free shows. I want to say like once every other year the Motels are here. Yeah.
Yeah. Go see.
So
great
very
time.
Cool.
Like that was the first band that we saw, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is like all the feels,
Right.
I'm
right.
Like, I'm like, oh wow, okay, I gotta gird my loins because this is gonna get like emotional.
Right.
Like I'm not a huge Motels fan, but I'm like,
but still, right?
It all sort of seeps back, and like that was in the background. That was the music that it was permeating
of your life,
our ether,
Right. So was this like an all-day thing? Were you there from sun up to sundown kind of thing?
Oh yeah,
that's
we got there. Like it started. The doors. It started at like 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
We got there at like 1 for the Motels, and then we had to jump from there. We went to it was I think General Public English Beat.
Nice,
which was perfect. Again, they sounded spot on. Like hadn't missed a day. That was great. English Beat. Forgot how much I loved them.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. Oh, Gary Newman played the entire Pleasure Principle album.
Oh, so good.
I was gobsmacked. That was the first album I bought with my own money.
Oh, that's so neat.
I remember I rode my bike to Buzzard's Nest.
Yes.
And bought Gary Newman Pleasure Principle because it had Cars on it.
Yep.
And then I listened to the whole album, and I'm like, Cars is like maybe the third or fourth best song on the album. Like, there's so much more to this.
It's like a weak spot.
Oh yeah. Like, oh, okay. He was like spot on. Sounded great. All over the place, all over the stage. Then Ministry was on after him.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed for that, and they were fantastic. And I forgot all about that they did the what the hell's the name of the song? The Halloween, the Ministry Halloween song from one of their first two albums, which were more like synth pop versus the heavier, darker stuff that they evolved into. And they're touring with those two initial early 80s synth pop records, and that's what they played.
Yeah, they're here with Gary Newman. I want to say like Front 242 also.
Oh, dude, go. You will not be disappointed. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. Front 242 was that's the only thing it's missing out of this.
Yeah.
From that section of the day. Like, this would parlay really was a segue into Front 242, just so good. But okay, so then Blondie. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing one. Oh, Adam Ant.
Mm-hmm.
He was good. I saw him like 30 years ago. He sounded great. The band was great. He kind of was like, wanted to be someplace else. But I mean, his sound his voice was perfect. I mean, everything was good. I mean, but like to look at him and to see like on his face, he was like,
right.
But okay. Blondie, she looks good.
Yep.
Her band is phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah. The band sounds great. She's Deborah Harry. She tried.
Yeah. It's not quite there anymore.
She's no, and God love her. I mean, she performed. I mean, she hit the stage, and I think really what's happening is she's digging back into her original punk roots.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I'm all for. I'm there for, but you can't like just spit out words at people who are expecting, call me.
Right.
Because it just looks like it sounded like an angry old woman just yelling at cats. I don't like just. It took me a minute to put the dots together. I'm like, oh, okay, she's like at CBGB's. Okay, she's not okay. But I mean, again, musically, every band sounded great musically. And for the most part, all the voices were there.
Right.
And then Duran Duran headlined. They were phenomenal. By that time, it was like 10:30. We were beat, tired, cold. But like they were great. They sounded fantastic. And apparently they put together like a special playlist because they're currently touring. They built a new playlist specifically for the festival because they knew it was just going to be all these fucking 80s freaks, these fans.
Right. That's awesome.
So I guess they busted out songs that they had not played live like since the 80s.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then again, Simon Le Bon's voice was fucking right there. A little gravelly, but like I'm like, yeah,
right.
Bring that gravel, you old fucker. You're with us now,
Right.
We all got old.
That's cool.
So it fits. All in all, I mean, yeah, just an exhausting day of just fantastic music and memories and all the feels and emotions. It was just great. And dude, there's like almost 100,000 people there.
Wow, seriously, holy shit.
Yeah. No incident that we saw.
Really?
Like, everybody was just chill.
Right.
Everybody was like, oh, yeah. Just, oh, this guy, everybody dancing, singing,
Great.
doing their thing, and it was all good.
Good.
So, yeah, I mean, the vibe was fantastic. I'm like, okay.
That's
yeah,
a miracle in this day and age that, the
it-
asshole to regular person ratios usually skewer the wrong way.
yeah. But again, this was targeted at Gen X. We're done with
Right.
that shit.
Yes.
It's like the lunch table rules no longer apply. We're all
We don't have the
man.
bandwidth for your horse shit.
Exactly. It's like, nah, we're all here to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It was very
man.
cool.
Good. Well, I'm glad you got to experience that. And like I said, I knocked another band off my bucket list last night. So I'm down to 2 now,
Dude.
but Kraftwerk was fucking amazing.
I can't even imagine.
They don't move during the show. It's just 4
they gotta
guys
stay there at their
behind
keyboards.
the little podiums. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was all like this. They had the backdrop was just playing videos like on a loop basically, but just like weird imagery while the music was playing. But it was very, very cool. And I'm very glad I got to see him. Super loud show too. Like you felt the bass in your chest when it would hit, and it was just a blast. Yeah.
That's so cool.
So that's it for like my list of people that will come to me. So I have to go to England because Art of Noise never leaves there anymore. And they only do DJ sets. So I have to like basically go to a rave to see the Art of Noise.
I tell you what.
I'm not against.
I'm not against that. You and I, let's make plans. We'll do that.
Okay. And then there's a band that doesn't leave California that I want to see. So eventually, within the next couple of years, I'll have to sneak out there and catch them.
Cool. Dude, we're like, seriously, like if depending on who's playing this thing next year, we're like, saving our pennies and thinking about coming back. This is one thing we would come back to California to go see and do.
Right. So here in town this weekend, Sarah might be interested in it. It's the Sonic Temple. It's just 3 days of like the fucking hard band.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We've been tracking that. We were hoping we would be in town. We would be there by now. But no.
Right.
See, I was real close to buying tickets a couple months ago, but let's just calm down.
Yeah. I mean, they'll all be back next year. It's okay.
Yeah, we're looking at that and the incarceration that happens in Mansfield at the old pen.
What's that?
It's like a tattoo and metal fest out at the old Mansfield Penitentiary.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah. Look it up.
So they're basically just selling tetanus shots and you get a free show, right?
You got to get your VIP wristband for a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
But you could get, the cash bar for that.
Right. That sounds just terrifying.
Yeah, we got to go.
Yeah, I think I'm busy that weekend, though. When is it?
You're there. You're with us. I'll let you know.
All right.
Just be available.
Sounds good.
Hey, I'm going to England with you to see Art of Noise.
Yeah. And some shit DJ for an hour before them. So
right. Some guy with a marshmallow on his head.
Yes. Oh, I hope that guy shows up. Can dogs, like the drug sniffing dogs, detect acid at airports?
That's a great question.
Do I risk my job and Google that on my work computer? These are things to ponder Monday morning.
I would ask a friend to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, dear listener.
Peggy, if you're listening, we need your editing skills.
Enable your VPN.
I guess next time at the airport, I can just ask. Like, hey, cool dog. Can he smell acid?
I think they'll be fine with that. They don't get paid enough to bust hypotheticals.
No. And good luck searching me. You're not going to find anything. This prison purse is a bag of holding, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get your elbow dirty.
It's a portable hole.
Ah, oh, Christ. Okay, so, and on that note, before we went live, Tom and I were looking at the sound effects available, and we don't have a kick-ass one for the news yet. So, I'm working on it, though. I will find something. So I guess we'll just use this one for now.
Ripped from today's headlines.
It actually is. And again, Tom maintained his streak.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it, but our little database was empty all week because I thought I'm going to work ahead this time and I'm going to take notes and be diligent. And there was nothing. And then at some point this afternoon, it just went boom. And exploded. And there was so much good stuff. And there was the story I picked for this month was actually a story I had been reading about. I didn't get your aspect of it, which I'll talk about when we get there, but it's something that shows up on the tech blogs that I read while I'm at work. Yeah. So it's an interesting plot.
It's funny because I heard about this as well a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, wow, that's really cool. And I immediately followed that thought up with, oh, this isn't going to last.
Oh, 100%. Yes. But before we get there, Tom maintains his streak and finds a naked rampage.
Yes. I really thought about using this because I'm getting predictable.
Right.
There's always a naked rampage. So I will, unless something like I just can't resist, I'm going to try not to do naked rampage next month.
We'll see. It's not bad to, have a pattern. It's okay. It makes people comfortable. True.
I think it's kind of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Naked rampage.
Your listener knows what's coming. Somebody's going to get naked and chased.
Naked, angry people that are
holding
overly
hands.
Irate and misguided. So, So without further ado, naked woman wielding an axe accused of chasing a man. As opposed to a mongoose or other woodland creature.
Right.
A woman who is accused of chasing a man while carrying an axe and while completely naked is behind bars, according to ABC News affiliate WGNO-TV. The victim told Slidell, Louisiana, told Louisiana police that he had been assisting a man in finding his way back to Mississippi and went back into a nearby patch of woods to check on him. He reportedly told police that while there, he was approached by a, quote, angry woman. The woman, identified as Angela Wagner, was also naked and had an axe, per the outlet. The victim claims Wagner then raised the axe over her head and began to chase him. He managed to outrun her and made it to his vehicle. Officers say they found Wagner fully clothed at a truck stop and arrested her for 2 outstanding warrants. Drugs are suspected to be a factor in the alleged attempted attack, according to police.
Did not see that part coming.
Wow, that kicker at the end. What a surprise ending.
So again, the stuff you find, there's so many layers to it. So at the very beginning of the story, we have 2 guys in the woods.
Yeah.
Well, one of the guys is trying to get the other guy back to Mississippi in the woods. What's that?
Exactly. That was like the thing that jumped out at me as well. Like, okay, well, trying to get to Mississippi. Like, what? Like, is that like a thing on Google? Like, because it's not on Google, like, avoid highways, avoid tolls, avoid ferries, avoid paved roads. What is that? Thing?
And I get like geocaching still is cool in some parts of the country, but holy fuck.
Is it?
I don't know. I just made that part up.
Actually, you know what? I meant to do this. I just now thinking about it. I don't even know. Like, where is
How
Slidell,
far
Louisiana?
is Slidell, Louisiana from the border to Mississippi?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Let me map that real quick.
Okay, well, while you're doing that,
Yeah.
my second thought was, is she a bog witch? Like, is she protecting something from interlopers, you know?
Yeah.
So truck stop dressed in regular clothes, Angela, is her human persona, but when I don't like her mushroom patch or something is in danger, she turns into a drug-addled, naked, axe-wielding woman.
Yeah.
Hmm? Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I never thought about that.
Right? Is she a witch? And here we are, like, tapping lightly at the door to get into Art Bell's room. And we make that transition from a serious news show to UFOs and witches and cryptozoology. Yeah, but again, just a fantastic find. So what'd you find out on the map? What you got?
I think that might be a show for another. We may have to create another incarnation of Bum's Corner.
That's okay.
I could focus on that. Let's not do that. Because we've had such great history with spinoffs.
Yes. We need another spinoff and another budget. Thank you.
Yes, get on that. GoFundMe. Yeah, looking at the map real quick. Yeah, it's not close.
Get out. So
it's a couple hours drive.
He had been assisting a man in finding his way back to Mississippi and went into a nearby patch of woods to check on him.
Yeah.
Bro, what is going on here?
Yeah, there's any number of things happening there.
I don't know. But and as usual, you left like the little her picture from the police station, her mugshot there, and she is very angry and very clothed.
Yeah, she's very angry. I think she's still angry, however dressed. And the more I look at her photo, the more your bog witch theory makes more sense.
Yeah. The drugs.
I can see her. Oh. My mushrooms.
You do not belong here.
Be with my boys.
Foolish mortal. I don't know why I turned into Krang from Ninja Turtles there. But Splinter!
And I was about to go Skeletor on it, so it's okay. Glad you went there first. Yeah, humans. This is my swamp.
So
our kind's not welcome here.
So Skeletor smuggles alcohol in 1930s Chicago.
Yeah, that's right. See. This bug looks us now. See, we own everything here. From that felled tree to that dead skeleton. The dead skeleton. Alligator skeleton. That's what I mean. Yeah, see?
Oh, fuck.
It's all ours.
Shira, you've got quite the gams on you.
Yeah, Shira. Did she write a cat too? I can't remember.
I don't know. Let's just leave it there. I don't know.
Yeah, best we don't.
Yeah, okay. Briefly, then we'll get back to the news. But that He-Man was like right in that window where we were too old to like be involved in it, but it was in the periphery. Like I had a little brother, so I think I was exposed to it more. But Yeah, like friends of mine that are just a few years younger than us just lived and died by it and
Oh,
still are interested in it too.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
we I think we just missed that.
We were just outside. It was I watched it because I think it was on between something I watched.
Yes, that's exactly it. But I had
Uh,
none of the toys,
no, never
you
had any
know.
toys. I could follow the plot completely because I'm like I watched it because it was
Right?
there. Because at the time, we had, like it was this or for a country or like some sort
Right.
of news report on something else. And
So
so yeah,
I'm betting it was something like G.I. Joe, then He-Man, then like Transformers or something where he didn't bother changing the channel because, like you said, there was nothing else
yeah,
there. But
yeah.
it is what
I
it
think it'd
is.
be probably air opposite, like My Little Pony or Holly Hobby or what's that? The chick that smelled like strawberries.
Strawberry Shortcake.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Or if you really got to know her, Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, Carmen Sandiego. I dig a chick in a hat.
And we're now flagged on Apple Podcast. Thank you. We're so close.
No such thing as bad press.
Again, sidetrack 2. So when we changed our RSS feed and moved all of this shit over when we were like changing servers and all of that garbage last year,
Yeah,
I meticulously went through all of these different like podcast services like Apple, Google, something Podbox or bullshit like that, and put our new information in and blah blah blah. So my buddy Doug was like, "Yeah, man, I was bedridden for a couple days, so I thought I'd track you down. I can't find you on Apple." I'm like, "Bullshit!" Like I spent so much time. So I go back in, relog in, look at it, and there's like a publish button at the bottom of the page that I completely missed.
my God.
So this whole time it's been sitting in draft mode for like a year.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Well,
Fuck
our
you,
two
people.
listeners, yeah. Like that one guy that was listening in Kiev probably thinks we're dead now. So sorry, dude.
Oh, we should do a special. We got out of prison, out of the gulag. And back on
I don't
the
think
air.
he'd find it as funny as other people would, considering he's probably in a gulag right now, but it is what it is. Yeah.
I was trying to be
Comedy's
relatable,
timing.
but I guess it's a fine line between being relatable and offensive. Whatever.
Yeah, we write it so well, too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's all the
We're
writing.
woke as fuck. Okay, so anyway.
Indeed.
Now
Bitches.
that I'm off all my sidetracks. So again, I'll kick in, but I had actually been interested in the story before Tom found this beauty. Okay. Portal Potty. Live streaming art goes viral for all the wrong reasons. It seemed like a great idea at the time. 2 identical art installations located in New York City and Dublin, Ireland that provide a visual live stream between the 2 cities. However, just 2 weeks after making its debut, the exhibit, called The Portal, was temporarily shut down due to instances of inappropriate behavior from a small portion of viewers. The offenses, ABC News has learned, included flashing body parts and putting curse words on the screen. As a result, both cities have paused operation of the portal for a few days to come up with protocols to discourage the lewd behavior, such as software updates, additional on-site staffing, and educational tools on how to best interact with the portal on both sides. The portals are set to operate 24/7 throughout the fall, providing everyone behaves. So again, this story popped up when they were first installing it, and my first inclination was, this is so cool.
Right.
Just to connect those 2 cities and just have everyday people talk to each other that normally wouldn't be exposed to each other. And then pick it up and move it to different cities all over the world, connect us. And my second thought right after that is, there's going to be so much cock on this thing. It's going to be ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Just cock everywhere.
Right there with that. I was thinking cock and tits. I mean, people are flashing this.
100%.
All the naughty bits. That in Ireland, it's like whatever. It's my dick. It's my tits.
Right.
Whatever.
Sure.
Puritan-based America, United States, the land of the free, are like, oh my God, a penis. I saw a girl's boob. We can't handle that.
Right.
And then, obviously, you got to be
fantastic.
offended for someone who hasn't seen it yet. So
Right.
there's that as well.
Yes.
Think of the children. Well, no one think of the children.
It's a terrible idea, but a great idea at the same time. Like if you can overcome human instinct, it'll be cool, But it's interesting that it reflects like the history of the internet. It starts off like, wow, all these scientists and doctors can share information. And then they like turn to get a notepad to write something down and come back. And there is just cock everywhere.
All cock, all the skitternet.
Right.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Like within 8 seconds, the first porn site popped up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but I love White House.
Oh.
I think if it wasn't the first, it was the second. WhiteHouse.com.
Oh yes, that's right.
Which again, sorry, tangent.
Brilliant
on those motherfuckers for reserving WhiteHouse.com.
Shit, yes,
like
yes.
40 years ago when this shit started. Yeah.
Well, and if you look back, and again, not to get sidetracked, but I love the history of technology. But pornography has actually pushed the envelope on a lot of technologies since the decline of the magazine towards the VHS tape. Porn was always investing money into the future of technology to push that information.
Porn was responsible for VHS winning out over beta.
Yep, 100%.
Even though beta is a far superior magnetic media for video and audio.
Absolutely.
VHS was cheaper. And
and there you have it.
But
all the earlier jumps in video cards were because of porn too. Gaming never caught up. But
I never thought about that. That's awesome.
Like, do you remember like AOL when you'd like try to like you click on a JPEG and it was just line as
like
the picture filled in on your screen. Yes. Yeah. And 85 minutes from now, I'm going to be jacking off like a brain damaged chimp. But until we get there, I've got to wait for this file to come through my phone line.
Really, I really hope I saw what I thought I saw in that thumbnail.
Yep. It's like watching the fuzzy lines when you take the bread twist tie and shove it in the top of your cable box.
The cable box. Yeah. P10. Oh, I think it's a boob.
It's right. I hope that's a boob, dude.
Oh, no shit. No. Oh, it's an elbow crease. Damn it. It's not an ass. Damn it.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm sure this won't have any, long-term damage in my psyche. But yes, I honestly, I hope they can figure out how to make this a more user-friendly experience, because I think it is such a cool idea. Can we talk to people around the world right now? Absolutely. Can you just pop in and talk to somebody walking down the sidewalk in another city that you have nothing in common with? Not at all. This is so cool.
Right. When I first heard about this happening, I was just amazed and excited, because how fantastic is this? It's so many indicators, and not to get my tinfoil hat on too tight, but I mean, so many indicators point to the powers that be wanting people not to connect and travel. specifically.
Sure.
And this was just one of those things that's just like, yes, this is what we need to connect, because social media, it's like, yeah, cool. Early on, hey, we're all connected now.
Right.
Well, now we're all screaming. So
yeah, and you're connected to the hive mind. You're
Yeah.
listening to people that think like you. If I'm walking down the sidewalk and see a portal into Dublin, Ireland, what are the odds
just
that
random
person
street
thinks like me or looks like me? And we could just wave to each other and ask how your day's going. That's cool as shit. So I want the next step where we can pass stuff through. Like we give them Jeff Goldblum, they give us back like a giant fly monster. We're so close. Yeah, no?
Yeah.
And they even called it the portal. We're getting there. This is step one.
There. Yeah.
Audio and visual. Next, matter.
And I've heard they've made steps as far as matter goes. They've
Really?
been able to teleport, I think, on the atomic level.
Okay.
So we're getting there.
Random shower thought. I was today rummaging through my cupboards. Like, I was thinking, like, how much fatter I would be if I had like a matter replicator, like on Star Trek, where like whatever thought comes in your head, you could eat it.
Yeah.
Like I want an entire angel food cake and a chicken pot pie and 3 room temperature beers, and they're just there all of a sudden.
Yeah. That'd be huge.
Oh, God. Huge. But again, just random thought.
See, now that would be a great Star Trek series. Like Star Trek The Bridge. Like how we got there. Like all of that stuff.
Not like the bridge, the front of the ship, but the bridge
not the front of the ship. No, not exactly. It's a play on words. It's a play on words. Wow.
God damn.
See,
Tom.
yeah. Oh, I'm in the zone.
You're an enigma.
So, okay, here it is. I'm an enigma wrapped in a riddle. It's how did they evolve to the point where they could have all of that accessibility to everything and anything they wanted, and don't get just maybe it's like they take a turn. Humanity takes a turn, and they go back to embracing active Darwinism. And they're like, "Yep,
okay,
everything is available," and then like the pool just cleans itself.
I think you're onto something, because honestly, if you had access to anything you ever wanted in the middle of your living room, I'm not talking on a calendar. I'm talking like from a generational standpoint. Eventually, I think the abuse of that would just go away. Those urges wouldn't exist anymore, because there's no challenge. Do you get an endorphin rush from getting a Twix bar that just magically appears in your hand? I don't think so. I think you get it from like hunting it down and like getting it and eating it. But I don't know. It was just, but I think you're onto something though. Like what does that middle ground look like? Before, okay, so we're at war. We find out there's other beings in the universe, and then like somewhere down the road we're like this altruistic organization that's just out helping people.
Yeah,
what happened in that gap?
The currency system is gone. Reputation now is the currency,
right?
Yeah, like I would dig that. I mean, I would be pauper, but I would dig that.
Right. And like for the common man, do you get a matter replicator in your house, or do you like have to go to the library and use theirs?
Right? Do you save up your pen? If there's no pennies to save,
right?
How do you get one?
Right. Yes. Like you're only allowed X number of hours per week because you're not oh shit, so I'm not contributing to society to X level, so I only get so much of it.
Right.
Yes.
See, and now we get scary. Because
somebody
controls that metric.
Should we email the Roddenberries and ask them if it's cool if we like start tapping into this and like writing some fanfic?
Let's do it.
Oh,
damn it! I should have. I should have made contact. I was actually in like the same building as Eugene Roddenberry Jr.
Oh, no
back in
kidding.
April. Yeah,
Oh,
and was not able to make my way over to see his presentation. But yeah, it was Eugene Roddenberry Jr. and some of the executive types from the company.
wow, no kidding.
Yeah, and they're talking about Discovery, and I'm like, look, I'm just going to watch the last season to get it done with. But
yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on Discovery. Great show, now that it's on. I don't hate it, but it's because of Tig Notaro. It's like I watched that show for her.
I mean, as good as that show is, it's the third best Star Trek show on right now, which is a great time to be alive,
Right? Like I feel obligated to support it because like it's Star Trek and we need more of this.
Yes.
And kudos to them for like realizing that they had to make a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1 was like, oh, this is what you're doing? Yeah.
Right.
Not here for that. And for them to realize, okay, no, this is not our platform. This is not what we do. This is not what the whole thing's about.
Mm-hmm.
And then for them to shift into something that is, yes, that's fucking Star Trek.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is it done? I think I'm a couple of weeks behind. So is the season or series finale online yet?
Not yet. No, they're still plugging away. They got the final piece of the clue, and they're en route to the progenitors.
Okay. Like they've got the third piece of the map or whatever that thing is that they're putting together. Now, don't get me wrong, it's been an interesting season, but am I breaking up on you? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you're lagging a little.
Okay. Well, it's near the end. I don't think anybody listens this late, anyways.
That's true.
While we're on the subject of TV, I will make a suggestion. If you haven't watched it yet, The Magicians is on Netflix. So
yeah. Okay, good.
Yes,
it was on something that I
it.
didn't have. It was on something that I had. I think it was on Hulu for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we had talked about it when we were talking about our favorite shows, the top 100, top 50, whatever. And so I need to go watch that. And it was in my queue. And then it jumped to another service, I think Amazon or something I didn't have.
Right.
And now that it's back on Netflix, then then I will make a
check it out
to watch that.
It's top 10 for me easily, so highly recommend.
It does. I mean, it looks really interesting. It looks good. And the fucking under pressure thing like owns the internet. And I'm like, I saw that. I'm like,
fuck.
I've not seen the show. I don't know anything about it.
Right.
But the way it was just jumping to all these different worlds.
Right.
I'm like, and well, obviously there's a Queen song involved with David Bowie. I'm like, why don't I know about this show?
Right. Oh, dude, it's so good.
Just watching that clip of them doing that song.
Right.
Like, why don't I know this? This is great. This looks perfect.
Oh, it's fantastic. And I will tell you, it's so much easier to watch this show now that it's streaming and you can like bundle it up and watch a bunch together.
Yeah.
Because watching it live was hard because you are in all these different worlds, right? It's a multiverse.
Yeah.
And then it's gone for 26 weeks. So you forget where all the chess pieces are. But this is the third time I've watched it all the way through, and I still
really
am completely hooked. Absolutely love it. So that's my recommendation for the month. Yeah.
I'm on it. It is in my queue.
Okay.
For the Airbnb for a month. And a half.
There you go. Perfect.
That's what I will watch.
Okay. Right on.
Because hopefully, come July, I'll be there.
Oh, can't wait. Cannot
by
wait.
July, I should be there. Hopefully by June, I'll be there.
Okay.
To be honest, we just got an offer on the house. We'll talk offline.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, and on that note, we are coming up on the hour, and apparently I'm breaking up. So usually that's time to wrap it up. So Tim can take us home, and we will catch you guys hopefully with like a big update from Tom next month.
Right on.
Okay, here we go. That was terrible. Terrible. I hate everything about that.
Me too. Suffer for our art.
Oh, shit.